Okay, we're back. We are live on YouTube channel. So good evening, everyone. Good evening from Nigeria, irrespective of your country, region, and the differences in time. I greet every one of you and I welcome you again to today's podcast show by Daniela. And on Live Me, my name is Daniela. On Live Me, my ID number is 102375 965. On YouTube channel, my name still remains D_blunt reality. And today we have a very important and interesting conversation we're going to be doing today. And our theme for today is, are you loving or just attached? And when this such a thing comes, what comes in your mind? Like people will start asking themselves, are you loving or you are attached? What is she trying to say? Does it mean everyone cannot be loving or what? But don't worry. Just keep the questions going in your mind. But I'm going to be breaking it down on how we're going to be talking today. And so I welcome each and every one of you. Those on live me, please help me share the live, drop some star points, and also hit on my subscribe page on my YouTube channels. Help to encourage me on my YouTube channel, which is D_blunt reality. Search for me and click on subscribe, and that's what I want. And on those on live me, you feel you want to still see me more often because those on YouTube channel, I meant to say, you want to see me more often, you can see me on live me streaming app, and that is my name is Daniela on live news streaming app. But you could get me or search me quickly with the ID number 102375 965. That is my ID number. And you could hit on the subscribe button, hit on the like button, hit on your share button, and share the live. So today we're going to be talking about, a lot of people say there is love, they are in love, but are they really in love? That is one. Or are they just afraid to be alone? That is another one. Are they committed or they're just comfortable? That is another one. In this episode, we are breaking down the difference between real love and emotional attachment. Because you know that sometimes we despise, we mistake emotional attachment to love. And it's common. So how are you going to differentiate this thing? How are you going to identify it? We're going to be breaking it down today on the podcast show. So we have four things we're going to be talking about. Number one thing, I'm going to list them, but we're going to be taking them one after the other. One after the other. We have four things we're going to be talking about. Number one is how to tell if what you're feeling is love, not or attachment or fear. So we're going to talk that one. And the second one is why some people stay in relationship that's no longer grew, that does no longer grow them. We're going to be talking about that one as well for today. And the third one is, and the hard truth about comfort zone in modern relationship. We're going to be talking about that one. And the last part of it we're going to be talking about is what broken people thinks everyone is after them. Everyone after them are just for what they could get from them, or they are attached to what they have. Hello, Bernice. Hi to you. You're welcome to the YouTube channel. Please click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and click on the like button and also click on the share button because we just started. And the first one we're going to be talking about is the list of what we mentioned so far. Four things we're going to be talking about that are the very crucial things, and the things that are likely most common, and the things that are questionable to everyone's thought, that are questionable, the things that everyone wants to know, everyone wishes to know, everyone tries to experience it, everyone wants to an answer to it. How The first one is how to tell if what you're feeling is love or not, fear and not attachment. So the first thing we're going to be differentiating how love and fear, and then love and attachment. So, but we all know that love is calm, right? And fear is loud. So When we talk about love is calm, love is something when you feel this thing, you miss this person and you feel peace. Just like stylishly you see yourself when you remember someone, you feel peace at peace. It's just like when you're doing something and yourself and you think about your partner, you feel these goosebumps around you, you feel this loving dovey energy around you. And then but when you are in fear, when you think about your partner, like you get scared about some certain things, you get scared like, okay, should I do these things like this? How is he going to react to these things I'm doing? He's not gonna like this thing, but I like doing this thing, but he's not gonna like this thing. What am I going to do? And when you see your partner's call coming in, you get fear, like you get scared, like, okay, am I to pick this person's call? I don't want drama, I don't want trouble. Each time we have this conversation, it's always ending down with some controversial conversation, like some argument and everything. Hey, Casey's son. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to my you're welcome to my live my live. Please share the live, drop some stars and drop your like. Click on the like button and also drop share the live. So love chooses and fear clings. And a lot of people will say, "Well, how is love choosing?" Yes, love chooses. Love gives you the opportunity to make your choice. And that when you fear, you being cling, like you cling to this thing and you can't take yourself off from it. So that is another one. And the question there is, if your partner leaves tomorrow, will you be sad? You will be sad. But the question is, after they leave, can you still be whole again? Because a lot of people will be like, how my partner left me and he left with something, some part of me. I find it difficult to move on. I find it difficult to go to the next phase of my life. I find it difficult to even allow somebody come in my inner space. This is a question that, do you think you really love this person that makes him or her leave you or break up, and you find it difficult, you find so difficult to find yourself back? Should I tell you that that is not really love? That is emotional attachment you have it with that person. A real love is something that you can let go. When you let go, you heal from yourself easily and you just see your life. You get your life back in track. Love doesn't mean when you cut off from this person and then you're going to stay down thinking about yourself, feeling like, oh, I cannot move on with this person. This person was part of my life. This person did this to me. No. So we're still going. I know a lot of people will be having questions on their mindset on what I'm trying to say. So that is one thing it is like identifying your collapse. When you identify your collapse and you fix it and you stand up again and you give chances to love, you give yourself the opportunity to be loved and loved back. And let me tell you how attachment sounds like. You know, as a man and a woman, we've always experienced this thing when somebody keeps telling you, I can't lose you. It sounds like the person loves you, right? It sounds like the person loves you. To you, to your mindset, you'll be like, this person loves me because this person said, I can't lose you. But should I tell you that no, this person is emotionally attached to you? This is how love sounds. When somebody uses this word, you know that yes, this person deeply loves you. When the person said, I want you, but I don't need you to survive. How does these two things sound? Check, check. Like, I can't lose you. I don't want to lose you. In the person's mindset, I'm in love with this person, but he or she is emotionally attached to this person. Love is something that involves you, that makes you grow. There's something that yes, you don't need to lose a part of you because you're in love with somebody. But you don't need that person to solemnly survive. Thank you, Casey son. You understand? So when somebody, I want you all to always understand these two differently. Emotional attachment statement could be, I can't lose you. But when somebody truly loves you, the person will be like, I want you, but I don't need you to survive. Does not mean the person is cutting you out from anything about their lives or not. No, they don't need you to survive. That is what you just want. They mean that even when you are not there, I can still stand. I can still make my decisions. I could still make decisions for the both of us. You can still stand. You can still make some decisions for the both of us that is going to benefit us, that is going to be of good to the both, to me and you and the relationship. You understand what I mean? But you get some people that will be like, I can't do anything first. Wait, I need to take a decision for my partner. You are emotionally dependent on your partner and you were emotionally attached to your partner. That is why most people find it difficult when they break up with someone. When they break up, it's always a little, it's very disastrous for them. You see them moping on the bed for days, returns to months, months drastically turns to more than a month and enter months. And then gradually, without them knowing, they see them going to years. All right, Casey son, thank you very much for that. And that's one. And the other thing I want to ask is if your peace disappears when they are not around, that is dependency, not love. You understand what it is? Like, oh, this person is my peace of mind, this person is this person is that. You're emotionally dependent with that person. And when the person check is not even okay, let's just look at it like this person is not online for like months. You know, some people are in this category that if their partners are not online for like months, they feel some part of them is off and they feel see it's okay for you to feel that way. It's not bad, it's not a bad feeling. But you need to understand that at that moment, the love you have for that person is already in a dependency state. Yes, it's already in a dependency state. And there is danger to these things. Okay, Casey son, thank you so much. I will later. There's the danger to it is it can make you aggressively thinking negatively at that point, and it can make you lose whatever thing you need to achieve on that day. This is something I didn't say is not okay, but if the person that gives you peace of mind, thank you so much, try for the share. If you claim the person that gives you peace of mind is unavailable at that moment, do you think you can carry on your life without that person? And so that is one thing you need to ask within yourself. That is one thing you need to check within yourself. So you do not complicate things within yourself and be like, okay, I actually love this person, or am I really emotionally attached? Or you understand when you get to the level of emotional dependency and emotionally you are attached to this person, but you identify it as love. But that is not love. You need to know how to differentiate love, emotional attachment, and emotional dependency on someone. So we're still breaking down on today's conversation. Are you really loving someone or you are just attached? So we're going to be knowing the two difference of these things before the end of the podcast. And another thing again, the last question I'm going to ask, you could just say it within yourself. Ask yourself innermost of your heart, like if when you think about your partner, do you feel peace or do you panic? Those two things are two different things, right? Because sometimes when you think about your partner, depend. Some people will be like, depend on the memories that I captured in my head. Depend on the particular memory I'm capturing in my head. Most of them will be like, when I think about all these things, I feel peace, I feel this. But there's sometimes when you think about your partner, maybe when they are not emotionally available and they are unavailable to you at that moment, what do you feel? Do you still feel peace or do you feel panic? When you feel panic, hey Nadia Pascal, thank you for joining. When you panic, it shows that it is not love at that moment. You are emotionally dependent of that person because that person has made you feel connected to them, that even if you don't have this conversation with them or communication with them, you feel something is off, that you can't get your life at track, like track back together. You at that moment, it is not like you don't love this person. You love this person, but at that moment, what you're feeling that moment is not love. What you're feeling that moment is an emotional dependence on this person, which could go sideways, being dangerous, and at the same way, it could be a little bit good because you are showing concern to that person. But do not overdo it when you be in that state, because you find out so many men and women who are overthinkers. When they enter this state, it doesn't end good. You see them analyzing things, datas, bringing datas together that are not even a form, datas that are not doesn't even exist. You see them bringing datas together, trying to match datas that are not matchable in their head. So it's a question for you to ask yourself within you. Just ask yourself inside of you, what do you feel when you think about your partner? It is good when you think about your partner, even if they're offline. You just think about them like, okay, I know what he or she will be doing, and you still feel peace and calm. You still trust. You're like, okay, my baby might be doing something like he might be busy, she might be busy, she might be doing what she loves doing, she might be doing this, but you are not emotionally trapped in it. You're not emotionally trapped in it. That is another thing. Peace, so tribe said is peace, so okay. So love says, I want what is best for you. That is what love says. When somebody loves you, the person uses this word like, I want what is best for you. You understand me? And when somebody is attached to you, the person will tell you, if the person is emotionally attached to you, the person will tell you, don't leave me. I can't survive without you. I am nothing without you. It takes me time for me to realize this, to analyze this too, and break it down to know the two differences. Because when somebody say, don't leave me, I can't survive without you. To me, I felt initially I felt that person actually loved this person to the core. Then when somebody said, I want what is best for our relationship, I want to do better for our relationship. That is divine love. You have this love within yourself that yet you actually want to make things work, not just you saying this word. Because when you start going into that statement, there are ways we react to things. When somebody uses this statement, it's like, take a chill. Everybody reads different meanings to that, take a chill, man. It might mean, okay, relax, it's peace, stay peaceful. Some people will agitate to that word. Do you see how the difference is the way people presume words? So for you to be able to understand that there are some certain words you don't use to your partner, you feel it is okay. But we're going to be doing that one for next week podcast show. We're going to be doing that one, saying the certain words you are not to use on your partners. When you feel those words are okay and nothing, but those words read different meanings and could be presumed differently. And those words could cause chaos in your relationship, which you constantly need to practice on, deal with. When those words want to come out, it is okay, but let it not come out often. When those words you are trying, you are used to those words, you have to learn how to reduce, minimize using those certain words. But we're not going to be talking about that one for today. So we're still on, are you loving or are you emotionally attached to someone? So, people will, for you to know the two differences, we're going to stick to the podcast to the end of it. Believe me, You're going to be learning a whole lot, because while I was even researching and doing my research about this conversation, it opened my eyes to different things, because everyone on this planet is, we are all learning. Thank you so much for joining. For those who are watching me from my YouTube channel is the underscore blunt reality. Go to the YouTube, click on your subscribe, search for my name, click on it, and then just tap on the subscribe button. And to those that are imagining, what is she doing again? I'm also on live need for those in the YouTube channel. I see each and every one of you, and click on download the app, Live Me Streaming app. When you get to Live Me Streaming app, you can fill in all your details or do all your registration and everything. For you to get me, you need to click on the search button below the Live Me Streaming app. Underneath, like underneath your phone, you see a search button. When you click on the search button, you see 102375 965. When you search for it, that is my ID on LiveMe, and you get to see me, search for me, you could watch my replay and everything. But we're still back again on the podcast. Thank you so much, Nikki, for that wonderful gift. Thank you, Try, for still joining. I appreciate you. So we're going to the second one. And the second one says, why some people stay in relationship that no longer grow them. You know, it is lovely for you to be in a relationship where you two grow. That is real love. You two grow together. It is not like you guys just love yourself. I've seen somebody that say, "Oh, I love my partner. We don't fight. We don't do anything. We are just there. It is easy." I've asked myself, do you people really love yourself, or are you guys just comfortable with each other? Do you think such scenario happens to be those partners are compatible? Maybe they are compatible. Most scenarios is not like that. Most cases is not like that. That is, you are just comfortable in it. But love among two partners pushes each other to be better than their yesterday. Pushes each other to grow together, to learn together, to expand, even be like, let me say, increase themselves more than the way they were when they started together with the journey of their love journey, or their love cycles and all those things. Thank you so much, Nate. So that is love about, that is what real love is. Real love shows that you want this person to be better. You want to support this person. You want this person to grow intensively, not being this feeling this comfortable zone of yours and be like, okay, I'm cool with him. He can do anything he wants to do. How do you check in together? It is something we all have to check. So let's say the honest truth. Thank you so much, Nate. Thank you so much, Triple I. I see each and every one of you. I appreciate your gift. And the honest truth is, most people stay in a relationship because, not because of love, but because of these things, because of history, because they shared friends, because of the time invested. Another one is because of the fear of judgment, or the fear of starting over. These are just few things most people hold to when they still keep staying in a relationship like that. Relationship that they are not growing. Two partners who is in love with each other must make sure they invest themselves in your partner. Know what your partner wants, enlighten the person, add value to their life. You can say you love somebody and you're not adding value. Adding value does not mean everything might be in a financial way, on a monetary way. There are diverse ways for you to add value to your partner's life. Make them be better than what they are when they met you. That is real love. But the hard truth there is, some relationships don't end because they are healthy. They continue because both people are afraid of change. If you're afraid of change, then why do you open your heart to love? That's another question we need to ask ourselves. If you're afraid of change, then why do you open your heart to love? You open your heart to love because you are ready to accommodate another person's, maybe another person's character, behavior, and within yourself, you are really ready to change. ready to change, not like leaving yourself or losing yourself while you're in love with this person, but you're really ready to change some certain things. So if you're not ready, then why why did you say I love you to this person? Because if you're not ready, it means you are emotionally attached to this person for a reason, and that reason is not love. So this podcast is going to make you like eye open your eyes to know, for you to know when somebody is loving you and when somebody is emotionally attached to you and when somebody is emotionally dependent on you, and you know the three differences about it. We get some comments on Nate Surprise said, teach facts. Okay. Where's merging conveniences? Okay. Thank you so much, Triple ITG. Thank you so much for that. And the question I'm going to be asking for that is just for you to ask within yourself is when you love when your loved one doesn't reply you for hours, what happens to you? Mm, that is something that many people will be like, hey, why is he not replying to me? What is he doing? What is she doing? You are creating chaos within yourself, and such chaos, your instinct might be right, but your instinct can play the better side of you. It can get the better part of you if you're not careful. So it's when you start feeling these intensive emotions growing at that moment, it is not like you love that person, you love that person, but at that moment you are emotionally dependent on that person to make your day full. So but you don't need to, you need to feel this way. Maybe the person does not respond to you in hours or anything, feel peace within yourself. There are certain ways you could grab a man's attention, a woman's attention. You could just say like, hmm, I just try hey, and that hey was not responded for hours, and you be like, what's he thinking about? I mean, sometimes I used to say, wait, is this user still breathing, or is this thing alive or is dead? And then the person will now write, oh come on, I'm still breathing. I got the attention. Because I don't want, if you keep creating this room for you thinking, oh, this person is doing something, this person is going to be, is this person hanging out with some friends, is she doing something, is it cheating, is it sometimes do not dispute it. Your emotions or your instincts might be right, but before you allow your instincts to expose itself, you need to check fully. Because most people, immediately what is they're thinking about, what their instincts is telling them, the next thing they're putting it in actions. You start putting it in actions. That is wrong. Because the moment you push forward to it, you eventually do things in the wrong way. You eventually allow your instincts get the better side of you. So attachment is overthinking, panic, and emotional spiral. That is about attachment, which I just explained earlier on. So love is confidence without constant reassurance. So most people will be like, I need reassurance. Like ladies out there, you always constantly feel like I need reassurance from my man, I need reassurance at every given time. No, you're emotionally dependent on this person. You're emotionally attached to this person. Why are you needing reassurance? If not, you are attached to this person for some certain reason. I know this is going to hit on so many people, or most people are going to be like, what she's saying. It's going to hit on some certain people. But if you're not emotionally attached to someone, you don't constantly need a reassurance that this person loves you. Because if the person loves you, there are certain things the person do, you already know. You already rest assured your love. Because love does not constantly need reassurance. Love is confidence. You both are confident of yourself. You both are proud of yourself. You both understand each other. You both are building yourself to be a better person. You both accommodate yourself. That is one thing about it. So that is for the second one. And shout out to each and every one of you on my comments. Shout out to those on YouTube channel, click on my YouTube channel, which is the underscore blunt reality, and click on the subscribe button, click on the like, click on the share. Thank you so much for every one of you that is joining. And those on live me, click on the share button, click on the star point, your star point button, and hit the flame up. So let's drag some certain people that needs to change the perspective on how they think things, how they see things, and how they perceive things. And to those on YouTube, I'll be like, okay, what is your handle on LiveMe? My handle on LiveMe is Daniela by name. And if you want to get me easily, you just click on the search button on LiveMe streaming app, which is, and you search my ID number, which is 102375 965. So we continue back on the show again. Thank you so much, Nate. And the third one is why broken people thinks everyone after them is only attached to what they have. You know, being broken is not easy. It could affect your mental thinking about how you see things, and it could expand you in how quick you make decisions. You could just like it could caution you on how quick you make decisions. It could make you see things differently the way you see things before. It can also make you close doors to doors opportunities that are going to be healthy to you. So there are good side and there are bad side. It opens your eyes, yes. But when we talk about why do people who are broken, who experience heartbreaks, who experience some certain things that didn't go down the way they planned, the way they imagined it, why do they always think this at every given time? Why do you always think that the people attached to them are there for something? Yes, it is true someone betrayed you, used you, manipulate you, and it is okay, and you not develop this defensive pride within yourself. It is okay. Thank you so much, Nate. It is okay. Thank you so much, Nate. So, but some people feel like they start thinking like, okay, for some ladies, the ladies will be like, oh, men are just after my body. The guys will be like, women are after my money. Some people will be like, oh, they just only want my status. They are only interested about my status or anything like that. It is okay for you to think that thing. Your instinct might be right, but you shouldn't stick to that instinct for a longest time because you end up losing the healthy ones, the real ones, the genuine ones around you. But sometimes it is trauma. When you be in that situation, it is your trauma which is speaking into your mindset. Your trauma is speaking into your mindset. But at that moment, how do you come out of it? Take a deep breath, relax, calm down, and then allow nature take its place. You understand? So when you've been hurt, your brain gives into a protection mode. Do you know what it is? That when you just come out of the relationship you are hurt in, your brain automatically enters the protection mode. Even when somebody will come and tell you, "Oh, I love you, I need you," be like, "Hmm, what's this person looking for? What did this person want with me? What's this person looking for? Are you sure this person actually loves me? Or this person is just here for something?" Your brain at that moment is in the protection mode. And sometimes it might even go into the defensive pride. Like you've been checking everything the person is doing. You'll be analyzing every data or information this person is giving to you at that moment. It is not bad. It's not bad. That is what happens when you come out in a situation you don't want to find yourself in. But the best part of it is making yourself better than your yesterday. So, and another thing, when you enter into that protection mode, your brain started scanning for threats. your brain started assuming motive. Your brain started assuming some actions which the partner is displaying. Before you know what is happening, it can create distance before the connection will grow between you and that person. That is why you see something like you come out of a relationship, months, days, months, years. No, it is okay, but you don't need to. You need to give yourself that chance. You need to allow yourself to be loved and be loved back in return. You need to experience something again. You don't need to be scared about the past. I'm talking to men and women. You don't need to constantly be in shock or in fear that maybe your past is going to repeat himself. Because when you keep thinking about something like that, it is going to block ways for you to experience the beauty or the beautiful sides of love to everyone, to the females most especially. You know, when a woman get broken, then you see a woman say, "Oh, I don't even need to be with one relationship. I need to be more than one to learn." See, when you be in that situation, bet me, believe me, you're gonna make mistake again. But when you take your time, allow your body, allow your mindset to even enter that defensive mode, the protective mode, allow it. Just allow it. You see it like you start seeing that okay, you start checking things that you never noticed about, things you never imagined could happen. You start checking some certain things, but don't be in that mood for so long. So those that are just joining us on our live podcast here on Live Me and also here on YouTube channel. We are live on both ends. To my YouTube channel, those on Live Me and click on your YouTube, go to your YouTube, click on D_Blunt Reality. You're gonna see me live there. Click on the subscribe button and subscribe. We'll always continue to give you the best and give you the information which is necessary for you to know about. And those on YouTube channel, thank you for your like, thank you for your share. Search for me on Live Me with my ID number, which is 10237595. I love each and every one of you. So we're going to the next part of which we're going to be talking about is, are you protecting yourself or are you sabotaging something healthy? That is for the last one we just talked about. Why people which are broken get into this defensive mode and protective mode, into like thinking people are after them for some certain reasons. So we're going to the next part of it, which is the last part of it is the hard truth about comfort zone in modern relationship. You know, there's difference between when you're comfortable in a relationship and you two are compatible. You know that you cannot say you are comfortable and then you two are compatible at the same time. So many people feel like I need to just be comfortable in it. Being comfortable is, are you asking yourself, are you growing? But we're going to be knowing the two difference in it too. Well, let me go down to it. We know the two difference in it. As it says that modern relationship struggles because many people confuse comfort with compatibility. Many people confuse comfort with compatibility. Comfort, for you to be able to identify or differentiate the both of them, I drafted it out here. Comfort is, comfort says we don't fight, we are easy together, we are loving together, and we understand each other. That is what says for comfort. But compatibility is asking the question, are we growing? Are we aligned in our values? Are we building something intentional? Are we trying to work on our are we trying to work on our differences, our characters? Are we trying to keep our bad habits? Trying to be a better person, trying to build the relationship to be in a stronger zone. So that is one thing about being compatible in a relationship. when you and your partner's values are aligning together. It is not the one you be in a relationship and then your partner says, I like doing these things. I don't like these ones. I like, and then you feel comfortable, like, okay, no problem. Since you don't like it, okay, no problem. It's okay with me. No, you are in a comfort zone. You're in a comfort zone. You two need to align together. I don't like this one. Okay, me too. I don't like this one, but I can scrape this one I don't like. And because of you like this one, okay, we're gonna do this one. You are compatible. You're matching your values together. You're matching your likes together. You're working on each other's. You're holding each other's hands together to be perfect. Because you know your hands, your both hands can never be equal. You know that, right? It can't be equal. But when you two come together and work with each other, match it together, that is when you two can say, I am compatible with my partner. So, comfort can keep you stagnant. Being comfortable in a relationship, it can keep you stagnant. You won't even grow. You won't even see yourself trying something new. You won't even see yourself pushing yourself to be better. You won't see yourself doing all those things. You will see yourself trying to push yourself because you're comfortable with whatever the person is doing. Okay, fine. I don't want to go against this person. I just want to do this. But your partner is not trying to see that thing. And you know within yourself that that thing you love, that thing within you is going to make you to grow. But because of you want, many people be like, because they just want peace in my relationship, so let's just do it the way he wants it. But there's no harm in trying to bring what you want, what you love into the relationship. And when you bring it, how it ends shows how compatible you and your partner is. Make them see what actually they are not seeing. Make them realize the things they feel is going to be wrong, they don't go down with. That is how it is. So, and compatibility challenges you to evolve, and that is the real truth. Sometimes you're not staying because you love them, you are staying because you are familiar with them and you are familiar with the things they don't like. And as a man and a woman, I won't advise you to lose yourself because you love somebody. No, I won't advise you to just, you love this person, yes, you love this person, then do not lose what is in you. If what is in you is something that is going to be chaotic, if what is in you is not a good one, the things you love doing is not a good one, it's bad, and it's going to always raise insecurity between you and your partner, it's going to always raise, create challenges always between you and your partner, then those are the things you need to drop. But what is inside you? Because you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, a lot of men and women, just because they want to please their partner, most of their dreams, most of their talents, most of the things that is going to take them and their partner to the next level, higher than what they are presently, they tend to kill it because the partner doesn't like it. You need to make the person see what you're doing is actually good. Value what you're doing. Before he or she is going to value that thing, it is how you carry that thing. It is how strength, like see the strength in you in doing that particular thing. So that is it. You don't need to push someone or force the person, oh, because you don't like this thing, you must like it. No, give the person time, but does not mean you will scrape it out. Give the person time to see things the way you're seeing things. To see, okay, okay, I'm going to come. And when the person comes, and the person does it, the person likes it and everything, you might see how it goes down. It will show you, okay, this person is really interested in my growth. This person even wants me to grow. This person is in support of what I do that is good, not what you're doing that is bad. And you expect your partner to support that thing you're doing within yourself, you know is bad. Because if you're in a relationship, you need to know that you are accepting to cut off some bad habits, accepting change, accepting something good and good. You're accepting growth within yourself. Growth financially, growth inwardly, your characters, your behavior, your income, every aspect of you. So, for today, to those that are watching us on Live Me and YouTube, we're coming to the end of our podcast show. And which today, what we talked about is, are you loving somebody, or are you emotionally attached to someone, or are you emotionally dependent to someone? Thank you so much, Salah. Thank you so much, Need Supplies, for the beautiful and wonderful support you've given to the podcast. And thank you, Casey Son. Thank you, Nadia Pascal. Thank you, all the ID numbers on the YouTube channel. And what we're calling it like a close remark on what we just discussed about. And I believe we'll be able to differentiate between when somebody loves you and when somebody is emotionally attached to you and when somebody is emotionally dependent on you. And not within when somebody is, and you yourself, you'll be able to differentiate when you actually love somebody and when it has gotten to the extreme end that you are not emotionally dependent on this person, and when it gets to when you are emotionally attached. We've seen the advantages, we've talked about the advantages, and we talk about the disadvantages of it as well, and the dangers in it. Saint Keys, thank you for coming, and no problem. We appreciate you, even if you're late or anything. We still appreciate each and every one of you. So the closing remark of it is, love is not fear, love is not habit, love is not trauma response, love is not comfort alone. Love is conscious, secure, and involving choices. So before you say I love you to somebody, ask yourself, are you loving, or are you just attached to this person because you don't want to be alone? So these are questions we need to ask ourselves, because love can be a beautiful thing. But before you say I love you to this person, have you set yourself within yourself? Am I ready to be open to this person? Am I ready to grow with this person? Am I ready to be a better person with this person? Am I ready to cut down some of my bad habits? Are you ready also to be compatible with this person? So that is the question. So we need to know the difference, because sometimes we actually mistake some actions and we think we are doing it because we love this person, but no, you actually do not love this person. So our next week, I'm going to be teaching about the right words to use to your spouse, to your partner, to your boyfriend or your girlfriend when you're in a relationship, because there are some certain words you are not meant to spill out your mouth, because the way you spill it out, it is not going to be digested the same way you're trying to pass that information to the person. It is going to end in a chaotic ways. So our next podcast, we're going to be talking about those certain ways. Choices of ways really are important. Choices of how you say things to somebody, how you pursue some things. Like I actually talked about when people use some certain words to you, how it sounds, how you presume it, how it says that this person loves you. These are the things we talked about. When this person says some certain ways, how it is to the person means the person is emotionally dependent, or the person is emotionally attached to you for some reasons. At that moment, that person doesn't know that that particular word he or she is utterly saying is not presuming to the receiver that he or she loves you. It is actually reading something else, something different, but unknowing to them, because you know that most people say some words which they feel they are saying it because they love the person, but they don't know that those words they are saying, those are not the right choice of words to use. Then you get this thing about differences in your thoughts, because if you eventually know the right words to use at the right time, know the certain things not to say, know the certain things to do, know how to approach things. I believe life will be peaceful, relationship will be peaceful, your love might be peaceful, but not 100% peaceful because nobody is perfect. We all know that, right? Because nobody is perfect. There's also a room for some controversial situations. There's also a room where you guys will fight, want to split, want to do things, want to separate, and all of that. But this comes to the end of Daniela's podcast show. I love each and every one of you. Stay tuned again, or you catch me when I'm live again on my live view channel. My podcast is always on Sundays and on Thursdays. To those on YouTube channel, you always catch me live Thursdays and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. 10 p.m. Sorry, I mean to say 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nigerian time. So please check Nigerian time to your time to know your time zone at that moment in African time. That is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Thursdays and Sunday with different episodes, different things we're going to be talking about again. I love each and every one of you. Stay tuned, stay blessed, and catch me again. Thank you so much.